When using charcoal, it is very easy for it to get really muddy. So to help prevent that, we are going to help push and pull some of this. So pulling out some of those whites, pushing some of those darker values. So I'm going to use my kneaded eraser and really help those points, okay, getting with a shape that I'm most comfortable with. And I'm putting in some of these highlights. If you end up erasing more than you intended to, it's okay. You can push some of those values back down. If I really want this to look, this highlight up here to look really white, it's a good idea for what goes next to it to kind of push that contrast is a little darker. Notice that these are a little closer. If I really want that one to shine about being much darker, I can use my eraser and pull some of this to be a little lighter. Notice how much it changed my picture just by changing just a couple values in here. I don't have to do the entire background. When adding texture, because this apple does have a texture to it and a little bit of variation, using a charcoal pencil, we can go in here and add a little more details. These charcoal pencils are great because you can sharpen them very softly and get more of a point to them, having a little more control. The charcoal stick being here and the vine charcoal, both of these are a little more general. I can go in here adding those dots and texture from the apple. Notice it's a little tighter. And I really want some of those to show up. So let me use my eraser. I'm going to mix it up just a little bit. Make that point that I like. And then kind of do some erasing in there. Add a little bit more of my value to kind of sharpen those edges. I really like how this apple is changing right here. So let me show that in my drawing. Add some of those lighter values. I can kind of fade out. I can sharpen them back up. Adding in these lines and textures, really paying attention to what you're looking at and how you're displaying it on the paper. I'm also going to add a little bit of my lighter values down here just to show how dark this shadow really is. And that's how you start adding more contrast and texture in your charcoal pieces.